Hello everyone, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and today we've got another Battle Report. Wow. Battle Report 99.
099.
Another Warbands game. This is the second one we did the same evening.
Yep.
And if you didn't pay attention to the first one, our version of Warbands, what we do is we cut the minimum and maximum unit sizes down by 50%. And we require you to have a general, which is just any character.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's a normal game.
Right. And any odd number models is rounded up.
Oh, as far as minimums go.
Right,
correct.
right.
Yeah, if you're 5 minimum, then you're down to a 3 minimum.
Right.
Yep. So, anyway, this was the Orcs and Goblins and the Dread Elves versus 2 Kingdom of Equitaine players.
Yes.
See, Kingdom of Equitaine is a popular army.
Yeah. And in our group, everybody has them, just no one wants to play them.
This is my list. I took a orc war boss with just a shield and a warg. 10 common orc Ed Bashers. Supposed to have 12, but I actually took 10. Just decided to handicap myself.
Yes.
They had extra hand weapons. 5 common orc boar riders with light lances and shields. 15 common goblins with bow, shield, and light armor.
Yes.
5 gnashers and a goblin chariot.
And clearly, somebody's calling because they want to.
They want my army list.
They want your powerful army list.
They want to discuss this and decide
Yeah.
what I should have done better.
Exactly.
And I'll talk to them in just a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so moving on. Dread Elves. Dread Elf captain is riding a raptor and he's got a hero sword. He's got 5 repeater auxiliary buddies, 3 dark raiders, 3 dread knights, and 3 raven cloaks.
And the Dark Raiders have repeater crossbows, and the Raven Cloaks had repeater crossbows and
Paired weapons.
paired weapons. Memory serves.
And your
Which brings
side.
us to Equitaine. We had one player had a paladin with a hero sword and a charmed shield, 5 knights of the realm, with I believe they had a standard, 3 knights aspirant, and a scorpion. Then I had a paladin with a questing vow and a great sword. I think I had the hardened shield too. It's been a while. 5 knights of the realm with the standard, 5 yeoman outriders, 5 brigands and 5 brigands.
Yeah, those units of brigands were actually nice. They're actually really nice units.
They're not bad. You're just challenged to find points for them in a basic game, but
So after the first game, we decided to reduce the middle scoring objective to 1.
right.
And we also, for whatever reason, because of the way that would have fixed the problem alone. But we also decided not to begin counting scores until turn 2.
Yeah, and we also did army points.
We did not in this game either.
Did we do it now?
We talked about doing it,
Oh,
but it turned up not to matter.
Okay, yeah.
So anyway, so there you have it.
Same terrain.
Same terrain. We didn't change anything. Like I said, 3 of the armies were the same. It was just your army that joined the fight.
Right.
Was the difference. So you can see the deployment. On your side, go ahead.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the next picture was. Sorry. So we have looks very similar than on one side of the table.
Actually, it's weird. The next picture is close to the same.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess you can see some of the flank stuff. So go back to the other picture. So on the upper right, you see the 3 knights aspirant, and next to them are the 5
This
knights
is
of the realm.
actually after turn 1.
Yeah, because we have.
After our turn, we
Yeah.
went first. The evil guys went first.
Yeah, because
this turn.
I see some movement. Yes.
Okay.
And those were my buddy. He had those out. His general, what the heck is his general? I think it's still in the unit at this point.
Which one is your unit?
Mine's the on
One
the next on the
left.
other side of the. So he's on the left hand. Well, in the picture, he's on the right hand side. I'm on the left hand side.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think he's in that unit.
yes, his general's in his unit at this point in time. Then there's the first unit of brigands, demarcating the 2 forces. My knights of the realm with my general inside. His scorpion on the hill. Those mounted yeomen were actually in between the scorpion and and the other unit of brigands that are sitting in the woods on initial setup.
Okay, and this is after your Vanguard, I guess.
Yes.
And then your
This
Brigands
is after Vanguard, I think, is what had happened.
Because then in our formation,
'Cause I think this is now your movement.
this is our movement, but the
No, this is actually the Vanguards, I guess, and the scout
no,
placement.
because I've moved. Anyway, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, because we deployed and I think your Vanguard was in reaction to his
Correct.
scouts
I moved
on
it
the far
sideways
left.
because he put 2 units within
And then,
repeater crossbow fire of
right.
those guys. And
then he put the 3 Dark Raiders off to the left.
right.
These are his Raptor Riders. We're a couple inches back from where you see them there.
Yes.
The
Yes.
the
yes, that's right. 'Cause
auxiliary repeaters down here in the center, again holding back to be able to be within 6 inches of our marker at the end of the
yes,
first turn.
He also tried to.
He tried to move them away, and I asked him, "Did you move away from that marker?" And he says, "Yes." Pushed him back.
Push them back.
My my Ed Bashers.
Ed Bashers.
Here in the center of the board. I'm trying to do the same thing the other guy did with the Saurians last game, and that's just get up and challenge and make you come to me.
Right.
15 goblin with bows on to the right of that. Again, my chariot. My boar boys were off to the right. My whole army should be back, a good 8 to 10 inches, and the Nasher herd off to the far right.
Right.
So,
I think you were still short of the objective.
having said that, no. What happened was on the first turn, we had first turn.
Right.
I moved the Nashers up. They were able to get within 6.
You were within 6. Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think something must have got bumped because I wasn't able to get within 6 on the last game and not go on the hill, but in this one I was. So
Okay.
something got bumped somewhere.
Right.
Then over here,
How convenient.
then
I'm noticing the flag is actually much closer to your side of the table.
it must be what it was.
Yeah.
The
The-
the boar boys moved forward and managed to put a couple of them on the hill so they could
So you
see
can see
over
on-
the hill.
yes.
So now I have the flag and I'm threatening anything that comes near it.
Right.
The chariot moved up. Orc boys, the goblins and the orcs both moved up because no one was in 24 for the goblins to shoot.
Right.
Again, his auxiliaries had to stay in place. The Raptor Riders
Failed their stupidity check and bumbled forward to the back of the
to the back
tower.
of the building.
So they were blocked for the following turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he failed his stupidity check. He has to go straight forward, and he doesn't have a musician. So next turn, all he can do is reform
Yes.
or whatever to get out of there. Wonderful. The Dark Raiders have moved up here. You can see over on the
Yes.
left, and the Raven Cloaks up on where you saw them earlier. There, I think there's another picture there.
There.
There they go.
He
They
moved
both
back to the
up.
other side, and he moved the other guys,
Right.
Ravencliffs, up to the fence.
They wanted the protection of the fence to help them.
Right.
But this turns out to be not a really good firefight because the Raven Cloaks, even with their ballistic skill 5, have moved their shooting into the forest at a skirmisher
At long range.
at long range and double tapping
Right.
on that. So that's a -5.
Right.
Anyway,
And he tried to keep the range on my guys with this cavalry.
correct. Anyway, there they are taking a close look at that tower.
They were just enamored with the craftsmanship and the stonework. They wanted to check it out more
They
closely.
are taking a very good look at that.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure we get a couple good pictures of that in there, so
Yes.
our buddy can watch this and enjoy himself. So the bottom of turn 1.
So, all right. On our side, Buddy moves up his general. He pulls it out of the unit, and he tries to get close to the objective to try to contest it.
And he did.
And he did. And he brings his aspirants at an angle a little bit. He wasn't careful though in the facing of his general, which we'll show here in a minute. Because of the firepower, I bring the mounted yeoman back. My plan is to try to suck them forward and then send them around to the right, around the right flank to get around those infantry. And then the other 2 knight units just kind of stagger forward just ever slightly.
Right. At this point, no one's claimed the center.
Right.
or in a position to.
I think I'm still
And that
just
was
out
pretty
of.
much it.
Am I just at 6 at this point, or I'm just out
I
of
thought
6?
you were just out.
I can't remember if that's some point. Okay, maybe even later.
All right.
And then there's my guys shooting at him.
And Plinkoff one.
And Plinkoff won. I
Well,
was, yeah.
It did panic them, didn't it? I'm pretty sure they ran.
Did they ran? No, I
think so
I
on
thought
the
he.
first
I
turn.
thought he passed that. He just went away before he didn't. Yeah, they
no,
did panic.
They
Okay.
did run.
Yeah, I hit him a number of times, but I couldn't manage to wound.
Yeah. Well, he did armor. I mean, they had the 4-up save on him, I believe.
No, they didn't. They
They didn't?
No, they didn't. I just wasn't rolling the wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So turn 2. Based on what we're seeing here.
And then we did some shooting, but all the other shooting didn't do anything.
Right.
All missed.
Nothing effective.
Yep.
I say I've lost an orc.
Oh, that was my shooting then.
Somebody killed an orc.
Yeah.
So on the turn, the Boar Boys, you can see, have charged from the hill and charged into his general.
Yep.
Thumped him in the flank. Off on the right, the Nashers have come up to play King of the Hill. They are definitely out of the arc of the aspirants up there on the top.
Yes.
Chariot came forward.
Of the Realm Knights, you mean? Oh, the aspirants too, but
Aspirants,
not that
yeah.
it's going to matter. But okay.
Yeah. The Goblin Archers have moved forward a bit, and the Orcs have, I think, staggered a bit forward. No one wants to get too close to those charging, those lances available to charge. His Dread Knights
cavalry.
have reformed.
Yes.
So this is turn 2, and they've managed to move pretty much 0.
Yep.
There's no reason for them to be facing the building.
Yeah.
Anyway, up on the top left, you can see the Dark Raiders have rallied, and I think the guys stayed where they were at the fence.
They did.
The
They took some-
Ravencloaks.
Yeah, I think they took some pot shots.
Because this turn they don't pay for moving, so
Right.
it's a much better shot. It's only -4.
Yeah.
Um,
Multi-shot, long range, cut only -3.
multi long range skirmish woods.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty
-3,
bad.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was not a good firefight to be in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, your guys you're at short range.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes, I was within 16.
Because you had the 15-inch bows. I mean, and then you had the short range skirmish fence. You're -3, and you're 1. So it's pretty much an even fight. Except you've got 5 and he's got 3.
Correct.
But he's putting out 6 shots.
He's
I
putting
guess.
out 6 shots.
Okay.
There, so.
Anyway, so elsewhere you can see the Boar Boys have made it in. There, and that's just the overall picture.
Yep.
And of course, we smashed him, and he failed to hit and wound.
He didn't hit and wound, and then
He hit a couple times. He wounded a couple times. I think he wounded once.
I think he
and
wounded,
saved
and then you made your saves.
Oh, I
yes.
made 2 saves.
You
on
made
him.
2 saves.
2 5-ups.
because
didn't
they had
I remember
plate
that.
armor in this game.
This was the first instance of their
Yeah.
plate armor showing
So
up.
because of how we had him faced, they were able to pursue through.
Right. Had he killed one, it puts me off so I don't hit overrun into him.
Depending on which one you killed, right?
No, I have to kill the one that's not in contact because he's going before I
Yeah,
do.
but I thought you were only in contact with the
No, I had
3
4.
middle guys.
I had 4.
Oh, it had to be 4 guys. Yeah,
It
you're
had
right.
to be 4.
Yeah, that's true. If he killed
Like I said,
one,
had he killed a
yes.
single guy, it
But he
would
did
have
not.
put me to miss him.
and then
He
couldn't-
still would have had to make a panic check, but
right. Then you caught him because he didn't run far enough.
correct.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought we killed him.
No, you caught him.
Did we catch him?
Yeah,
Okay.
he rolled really bad on his run.
I didn't kill him with the 8-string 6 attacks. Oh well.
The-
Anyway, I was so overjoyed that it
Yes.
worked out perfect anyway.
yeah. And it managed to hit the aspirants in the flank.
Because of the way they were lined up.
And the
correct.
lesson here for anyone watching is pay attention to how your models are facing.
It's very important.
Yes. And what could happen if they lose?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you have it, going in the bottom of turn 2.
Yep.
I'm real happy at this point, getting rid of that
Yeah,
character.
I'm
And
sure you were.
looking at this, I think there is probably 0 chance that we haven't eliminated the aspirants as well and rolled up the entire flank.
Yep.
From the way I'm looking at things. So
now, Buddy turns his Knights of the Realm to face the Boar Boys. because he knows those aspirants aren't going to be around for much longer. And then I kind of creep forward the Knights of the Realm to get within 6 of at an angle, 6 of the objective to at least get those points. And still, I think it's a very long charge for the Orcs and Goblins to get to me. They could make it, but I wasn't overly concerned about.
Right. I mean, I think that was going to be a 12 or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was going to be an 11,
big.
So I said I should have done it the previous turn, but, I didn't. And then because of what I see is happening, I decide, well, I guess my original plan of the yeoman going around the flank isn't going to work out. I need to bring them to the center, and for now, I'll just try to get some shooting.
Right. The only questionable decision I thought was this unit of the Knights of the Realm up here on the top right, turning to face the Boar Boys.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
Because he had to figure if I win this combat, I'm overrunning, which
Right.
puts me in the middle of the field on average.
Yes.
And then, and if I get a really good overrun, I'm at the far edge of this field and in his flank.
Right.
For my turn.
Right.
So, anyway, I thought that was just a little reckless or whatever, but anyway.
And then, let's see, we had some shooting, and I don't think anything
significant happened. Oh, there you go. There's your shooting.
Yes, I killed a goblin.
It was devastating.
Yeah.
That was frank.
Put a wound on a chariot.
And these were your brigands because they could see over
right.
and do the volley fire.
Correct.
Put a wound on my chariot.
And then the other guys missed the elves behind the fence, I believe. Okay. So the fight happened. You did manage.
No, I only killed 2, and I lost 2.
Did you lose 2, or did you lose 1 in the terrain?
I lost 1 in the field. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you lost 1 in the terrain. I think you killed 1. You didn't make that save, and you killed 2, but you won the combat. He failed his leadership. He ran away, and you chased, and you didn't catch him, but you got in the field and lost another guy.
Correct. I rolled really poor on the
yes,
really poor on the overrun.
Yeah.
I mean, to have only made it barely to the field and him to clear it was just annoying. And of course,
I think he rolled really high. I think he rolled like an 11.
Yeah, and he cleared the field, of course, without taking a wound.
Yes.
Anyway,
well, that mattered too much, but yes, turn 3.
So on my turn, I was in front of this lance, and they're going to go before me, so I didn't want to take a chance, so I just walked right past them.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I pursued, didn't I?
You charged.
I charged the guy. He fled.
He rolled like a 3.
Correct. And this time
or
he rolled
a 7
low.
or whatever. Yeah.
This time he rolled low. I rolled high. Caught him, and then failed my reform at the end of it.
Yes.
So I was had to sit there facing that direction.
Yes, but now you're in the rear area.
This one, the goblins snuck forward, figuring the goblins might be steadfast if you charge me and fail.
Right.
And I'm out of arc of the other knight unit.
Right.
And brought my chariot over to support. Orcs just redeploy and get a little bit closer. And I think that was it. We're checking the range. You can see you're barely within 6. I don't know why we were checking at this point.
I think that we were checking the distance between the knight units.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now the Dread Knights have managed to move up about 3 or 4 inches. So This is turn 3, and they've managed to move maybe 6 inches the entire game so far in 3 turns.
Right, and then the whatever the heck the stupid scouts are called.
Apparently on your turn you killed a raven cloak.
Did I get one? Oh, I think I did get one. And then he decided he didn't like that, so he decided to hide behind the building. And he brought the other guys, because I brought
Dark
Raiders around the backside of the building.
So both are currently hidden from
hiding behind the building, so they can't be shot at. Yes.
Yeah, because Dread Elves are getting abused in the shooting phase.
Well, ironically, I was hitting a good number of times.
You were hitting a lot.
But I couldn't wound.
Right.
My wounds weren't doing so well.
All right. So there we go. That's where that ended. Moving down on the bottom of turn 2.
Okay. So then we said, okay, send the amount of yeomen to the back of the orcs to at least shoot at them, see if we can get lucky, and maybe take one off and cause a panic check. The archers just stay where they are to try to whittle the guys down. Going around. Then I brought the other brigands to the flank because I could, from that position, I could see the 2 Dark Raiders and get some shots on them. Once again, hoping to get 1 or 2, maybe get a panic check or something.
Yep.
Then doing shooting, the mounted yeoman didn't do anything.
Oh, actually, you hit and wounded.
Yes,
And
that is true.
You hit and
I
wounded.
actually hit and wounded
3 times.
I hit and wounded 3 times. That is correct.
And my 3-up armor is just.
But
like
your 3-up armor was
invincible.
very powerful for the bows.
Yes.
That's what they have for not having long
And
bows.
then your brigands.
Brigands fired 5 shots and killed a couple goblins.
It's pretty impressive.
And then on the other side, I actually hit a few times on the Dark Raiders, but I managed to fail the.
Right.
I can wound goblins, but I can't wound.
You can wound
elves.
goblins and you could wound orcs.
And I orcs, but not elves.
Not elves.
Yeah.
Elves are tough.
Yes.
Moving on to turn 4. So the Dark Raiders decide that they're going to, and he placed them not great last turn because he was facing directly into the fence.
Right.
So he decided he was going to
Declare a charge.
declare a charge at these guys there.
So I took my defensive fire,
And
hit him twice,
And he saved
even though
them
I
both.
needed. It was a
Or did you
ridiculous
not
roll.
wound?
I didn't wound.
You didn't wound, needed
Yeah.
a 4.
It didn't matter.
So he charged.
So his
over
first
the fence.
obstacle is it seems that this fence was slightly too tall for elfish cavalry, and they face planted into the.
And he rolled his snake eyes on trying to cross the fence and
Yes.
lost them both.
And that, as I say, was that.
Yeah, and I was talking to him about this charge. I'm like, wait a minute. He's got 5 shots hitting you on, I think it's 4s. It was.
No.
You were hitting him on 4s because you were at short range.
It wasn't force
Yeah.
because it was charging and through the fence. So it was
No,
force.
he was not on the fence. He didn't get the
No,
fence bonus.
okay. Oh, I think I applied
It was just a -1.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute. He's got 5 shots needing 4s to hit, 4s to wound. Then you've got to cross the fence. Then you've got to go into the wood.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing? Anyway,
So it was all for naught.
it was funny.
Yes, it was. So we had to take a picture of those dice there.
Yeah. In the center of the board, the goblins decided, well,
Now
let's
it's back on your turn.
Yeah, the goblins decided let's move up and challenge for this contest the objective,
Right.
and not only contest the objective, but I can also force your guys to not be able, to screen off your guys where they can charge.
Right.
You can come charge my goblins if you want. That's really the only option you have.
Yep.
From there, and these 2 units, the orcs and the dread knights, moved up accordingly. Over on the right, I charged my chariot into the.
I forgot. The knights had turned to face the center.
The knights
again.
turned to face the center.
In our turn.
I charged the chariot into those. I figured I'll kill. They don't have the character anymore. The impact hits will kill 1 or 2. If I'm,
Yeah.
maybe get another one if I'm lucky with the spears,
Right.
the light lances, and he probably puts the 3 wound. If I kill a couple, he might not even kill me, but
Yeah, and if
I figured this way he.
and even if he wins, he doesn't get that far. You can charge him with your guys. So
Correct. I'm figuring, it's
Yeah.
2, whatever. So
Right.
I was thrilled with that. See
Yes.
how that worked. The Boar Boys did make their March test and
Yes.
moved over to
threaten.
threaten the rear of your unit and the Scorpion.
Right.
So that's got that going for me. And you can barely see it, but over on the right, the Nashers have moved down off the hill a bit, and they're in a position to deal with this unit if it does kill
Right.
my chariot.
They'll
and
charge him
overrun
in the
and move
flank.
out.
Or the rear. Depending.
Or if the chariot manages to hold, whatever. I figure
Right.
I'm in a good position to do stuff.
And the 2 guys are hiding behind the building.
They've decided to take better cover behind
Yep.
the building because I've seen what happens to their friends. So there you go.
And they're protecting the objective. So
And amazingly, the chariot does nothing.
yes.
Absolutely. I didn't kill a single
And
model.
I think he caused 3 wounds on you.
And he
killed
caused
you.
3
2 wounds
wounds.
because you already had 1 on you. So yeah.
3 because I have 4.
Oh,
Chariots
yeah,
have 4.
You're
now.
right, that's right. Yeah.
So he caused 3 wounds in my chariot with his strength 4 attacks, strength 3 and strength 4
I
attacks.
think the horse kicked you at least once.
Maybe. It was annoying. The fact that I didn't do anything bugged me more than anything, and it wasn't even a terrible. I think I rolled like 3 or 4 for impact.
Yep.
On the dice. So anyway, so he killed me, and then he reformed facing this way. I guess he wants to go after the Nashers.
I thought he was going to face the other way, but
I thought
yeah.
either the other way, to go back after the Boar Boys or to go after
Yes.
the side of the Goblins,
Right.
one way or the other. Especially the flank of the Goblins, as that kills their
Correct.
parry.
Correct.
But anyway, he decided to go over this way, like that. And that's it. Now we're going to the bottom of the 4th for you.
Right.
And that's what it looks like overall. And you don't have a lot of choices with that knight unit.
Yes. So he declares a charge, since he had the arc, into the Nashers, which sends him to the flank.
Okay, and up here on the top.
And then I declare a charge with my my general. I guess you'll bring it up in a second.
I was looking up there, the yeoman.
The yeoman declare a charge to the rear of the orc boy. It's like, okay, I got five strength 4 attacks and 5 strength 3 attacks going first.
Yep.
This should be okay.
Okay, there's that.
And there's that. Oh, you actually. Then I charged my general out, and this was my plan for the whole time. Was once you got close enough to send my general up, because whoever was forward, I figured I would clog up the center.
Right.
And then I fell back with my knight unit, pulling him out of range. So anybody who came around, then I'd be able to get a charge on him. Figured my general was tough enough to stand up
Deal
for a
with
while.
goblins.
Right. Or
most
of the troops that you had. The only thing I was worried about was your character. Then I'd figure I'd challenge him if I got into him.
And there you are, backing up a
Yep.
bit.
I took a loss from something. Somebody shot at me at one point in time and killed a guy.
Hmm.
Don't remember who. Anyway, yeah, but yes. And then my archers are now moving back to the other side.
Back to the center of the board.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Fight.
I did kill one.
You kill one.
Because I was going first.
You're going first because you're initiative 4.
And I did kill one.
Yes.
I was, again, hoping for more than one.
Yes. With all your strength 5 attacks.
And he finished me off and pivoted about.
Right. Back to the center. But still not within 6 of the thing. So, the yeoman charge in.
5 of yours a minute ago?
There were 5.
And there was 3 of mine a minute ago,
and
too, weren't there?
they did manage to get some hits. However, I think I was actually.
Again, I took at least 2 wounds, if not 3.
I think you took 3 wounds.
And from the spears, too, not the horses.
Right. But you made all your armor saves. And
that was a 4-up. I should make them all.
Yeah, and then swinging backwards, managed to kill 3 guys with your strength 3 attacks. And I didn't make my 5-up armor save. And then,
they were strength 4 attacks.
They were strength 4. Okay, then make my 6-up armor save. And then you made your.
So you had a rear and a charge for 3.
Yes.
And I had 3 wounds. For
exactly.
3.
So it was a push, and you turned around.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was hoping for one more wound and then be able to do whatever I wanted.
Yes. All right. And my brave general, I think, went forward and whiffed completely.
3 attacks, needing 4s to hit.
Plus a horse.
Yep. And a horse.
The parry made it 4s.
Yep. So you should have hit me at least twice.
Yes.
And the big guy has a great weapon, so it's just,
correct.
I think you did hit. I think you rolled a 1 to wound.
That is correct.
On the big guy.
Yeah, I hit only once, and then I rolled a 1 to wound.
Yep. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought.
On the bright side, you didn't take any wounds.
Yeah, there was that.
And I had 6 attacks coming back at you.
Yes.
You're only 1-up save. I should have got something.
Yeah.
I was counting on. Anyway, moving on to turn 5.
Yes.
Turn 5, that's the overall situation. And at this point, we've done my side, the evil side, I guess, has done very well on points. We've gotten this one on the right, the one on the left have been ours the entire game.
And then in the center, we did the reform, and I slid over a little bit, but I made sure I stayed within 6, and then you slid farther over to try to bring that cavalry into.
To let the cav get into your side of your guy, or get past them, or whichever.
Right.
But anyway, like I said, at this point, we're doing very well in points.
Yes.
Because even though the Nashers got smashed over there on the far right, he still has not managed to get within 6 and retake that.
You've basically had both flanks the entire game.
Correct. So now the 2 flanks in the back we're getting every turn, and we're challenging.
And last turn, your boar boys had challenged, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, your Scorpion's been in range to challenge it, so I haven't been able to take it.
Right.
You. But at least I've eliminated the point from you.
Yes.
So points are really racking up on our side. So what happened is the Dread Knights, as you can see, this guy over here on the left is pointing to show me what happened.
Yes.
The Dread Knights who are here charged right past this combat with the goblins.
He needed a 10, and he got it.
And he got the 10 and got into the unit of Knights
Yep.
of the Realm.
Yep. And he also had two go through the woods, but they didn't care.
They didn't care. The Ed Bashers have moved up here. Now they're in the flank of your general, so they can get into that next turn if they feel like it. And they're a good distance away from the Knights of the Realm over here on the far right.
Yes. They weren't that far.
I think it's like an 18.
Was it that far?
I thought it was a good.
I thought he only needed.
The goblins aren't that far,
Yeah,
but
I thought he only needed 9 to get to the orcs, but.
And then up elsewhere, you can see the crossbow auxiliaries are
Have
moving
moved
up.
Yes.
Auxiliary repeaters, repeater auxiliary, whatever.
Yes.
And the Boar Boys have turned around to fight, of course. So the Boar Boys eliminate. I think we killed one. And
I think
chased
killed
you
one.
down.
I think the other one ran off the table.
Why would we have chased you though? I thought you had one left and we chased you, but
Maybe so.
I can't remember because I don't know why I would have chased you.
Yeah, maybe I was
without
one left and you
needing to.
chased me. Yeah, I don't recall.
Or maybe I forgot and thought they were frenzied.
Yeah, it could be.
Because that's the kind I've been playing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! Your guy has managed to kill 2
Yes.
between your guy and your horse. That's not bad because you should only get 2 hits a turn.
Yeah, not bad.
So you killed 2. I've got a rank and I steadfast and my
What's the
general's
general there?
around.
Yep.
So my mighty leadership 8 general, but they do stick.
Yes. Unfortunately, those lancers getting up back there was.
And
Well, I had
then
hoped that wouldn't happen.
the the Dread Knights do take a loss,
Yes.
but they crush your unit. And I think they ran them down, didn't they?
He actually, if I recall, rolled rather poorly on his attacks. And I think he only killed
Because
one
you only
knight.
had 4. Did he only kill 1?
I think he only killed. He rolled poorly, but I failed my leadership check because it was
Okay.
a reasonable path leadership check.
I guess if he only killed 1, then it was
Yeah.
reasonable. Well,
And-
he had a banner, didn't
Yeah, and then I rolled. I had a banner also. So, and then I rolled poorly on the leadership and
he? Failed.
on the flee distance. I failed on leadership. Then I rolled. I rolled high on the leadership. I rolled low on the flee. And
You must have rolled really low on the fleet because he rolled like a 4
Yes,
because
and
you can see where he is.
Yes.
No. He did not roll high enough to reach the
Correct.
The scorpion, and that looks
and
like
he rolled low, but I rolled really low.
yeah, it looks like that's like 7 inches away.
Yeah, something like that.
So he must have rolled
He rolled below average.
6, and you rolled even
Yeah, I
worse.
rolled like a 3. I don't. It was not good.
Anyway, so he did not reach the scorpion. The
Correct.
scorpion, I believe, did not panic.
That is
If
correct.
I'm correct. Anyway, so that's where it ended up
Right.
with that. And now we moved on to the bottom of 5, which is back to you guys.
Yes. So, Buddy's trying to figure out. This is where we're trying to determine the range of who he's going to charge. He's got to charge somebody. So that, for some reason, I thought it was a 9 to the orcs, and it was.
It's got to be more than that to the orcs. It just
Right.
looks much further.
It does, but I just thought it was. Because I thought because the goblins were almost an automatic charge. I thought.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now the one thing that's really odd, it doesn't really show from this picture, but it was a rear into the goblins.
Yes. And that was that didn't show in the picture because if it wasn't, he may have
It
been
does
able
look
to
like a flank in this picture.
Yeah.
But
hit them in the flank and then be able to pursue theirs, but he couldn't. He was going to hit them in
Correct.
the rear. And we're late in the game. What are we on?
Turn 5, bottom 5.
Yeah, bottom 5 now.
And he decided to go for the long at the orcs and
Yeah,
failed.
and he failed. He rolled low.
Right.
My archers turn around to try to shoot at the Boar Boys once
the
again.
invulnerable Boar Boys.
Yeah, hoping to get a panic check on
All
them.
you got to do is hit one of them.
Yep.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what I did. The Ed Basher Boar Boys.
Right.
They killed one of you. You fled. I tested to restrain, and the unruly made me chase you because I
okay.
missed I rolled I
That's
rolled
what
my
it was.
leadership, but I had to follow.
Right, because the unruly.
The
Yes,
unruly.
yes.
That's what
okay,
it was.
That's what it
I was
was.
wondering
yes.
why I would have followed you.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. Moving on.
Yes.
So those guys pivot around,
Looking around,
and of course,
and I'm still measuring my movement. These archers basically come to the flank to try to shoot at you, to help with the fusillade against the Boar Boys.
correct.
It's a bit risky, but we gotta, just trying to
And
get people to do stuff.
and
Plus,
if I'm not mistaken, those were your rolls to wound on the Boar Boys.
and I try to get within 6 of the objective, also figuring that
Okay.
things are good. Yes, that is correct.
The 6, 5, and 5.
Yes.
Which caused 3 wounds to the Boar Boys.
Yes,
But there's still 3 there.
there are still 3 there.
What are you saying?
Exactly. And I think on that round of melee, I whiffed again.
If I'm not mistaken, you hit me with a great weapon and missed and rolled a 1 again.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I know
No,
it
no.
happened twice.
Okay.
It
Then-
may not have been this turn,
Yeah.
but I know it was twice.
And because you have a rank,
I did win this combat, but you stuck.
yeah, you win the combat. Was the next turn? Okay.
Yeah. And then we're moving on to turn 6.
Turn 6.
So this is our final turn. The orcs
Yeah.
charged into the flank of the general.
Yes.
And elsewhere, the Boar Boys, with turn 6, there's nothing else they could do. They just move 14 on down the
they
board.
move forward.
At least it's going to make you turn and give it a minus
Right,
1 to shoot
and,
at me.
and then try to preserve the unit.
Because in this game we were using points as
Yes.
well as objectives. Another funny thing was the Dread Knights again failed their stupidity. So he's lost 2 turns. He lost the first 2 turns to stupidity because of stupidity and then
Right.
walking up to the wall. Then he lost the turn 6 to stupidity, and they can't charge the Scorpion on the final turn.
Now the other thing is the Scorpion's
Which was just
has been
so
firing at them every turn
And cannot hit.
and cannot hit.
Right.
I think it hit once and got it. Did
Yeah.
get a 1 on the
Last
wound.
game it snipes my chariot out of the woods. Now it can't hit for
Right.
nothing, for beans.
Even
Anyway.
for 4s, just could not hit.
So anyway, elsewhere,
then-
we were charging
And
the
then he
flank.
brings his knights up a little forward. Okay,
Well,
so
they
we
didn't. They failed. His knights had
Yes.
failed last turn. That's how they got a little
Yes.
closer. So we won this combat.
so we
didn't
had the
kill you.
fight. I think I declared a challenge.
And I think you put a wound on my general because I've got one marked.
1
on
or
me.
2, I don't remember, but and I was happy. So okay, I'll challenge, and that'll keep my guy alive. And
Right.
yeah, and then
But I had charge, big flank,
yes,
and a rank. So
Yes.
that's 40 or 1.
yes,
So down by 3, you're only leadership 8.
yep, and
You left.
and I fled and ran away. But
We
I-
elected to make you run from the goblins because I liked the way this
yes, the
set up
synergy of
my
that.
final turn.
Yes, yes.
I liked my
He
position.
he decided that after his buddies who were supposed to protect him from the flank charges left, that it was time to go.
Well, one of the things that's really nice is the insignificant rule for goblins in Orcs and Goblins army.
Yes,
Because now you can't see them, but just off to the right of the screen are those is that unit of knights of the realm,
right.
which have a pure rear charge on their goblins, but
Yes.
it's bottom of turn 6 coming up.
Right.
So there we have it, bottom of turn 6.
So, I'm not sure
But
what he's
that's what-
measuring there. I think it's the distance of all of his opponents, I'm guessing.
I think I just caught him on his way to measure.
Yeah,
the
I
distance.
guess is what it is. I'm not sure what he's measuring. So he declared a charge on the back of the goblins just to get the points and get within 6 of the objective. And that, as they say, kind of is that. Character, this is where I
Your
failed.
character, yes,
On his 8, he did not rally, and he kept running into the woods. He didn't take any wounds, at least.
thinks he's the Green Knight. He's
Yes.
gonna go hide in the woods.
So there's some more points there. And I think the archers still fired at your boar boys, trying to.
They did, trying to inflict one more wound.
And the scorpion once again fired at the knights that were staggering in front of him.
Didn't they wound that character? No.
No, couldn't hit.
Okay, they're too close. You're
The
nervous.
exactly. The knights
They crushed the goblins.
crushed the
of course.
goblins, caught them,
Ran
and then
down.
pursued to the back of the orcs for what it was worth.
The orcs are still within 6 of the banner.
Yes.
Of the objective.
Exactly.
The orcs ignore the panic, which is yeah. You did. He did shoot him on that final turn because he put 2 wounds. That's just square die. This.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. He did get a hit
put
at the
2
end.
wounds on the character. He could have killed him, but he only.
Oh,
rolled a
that's
1
right.
to
That's what
wound.
we were talking about. Because all you have to do is roll a 3 up, and he
Yes,
didn't
he
do
had a
it.
66.
Yeah.
Now that you hit him, you have a 66% chance of killing him, and failed.
Yes, I'm sure it made a big difference in this debacle, but hey,
You know what we didn't talk about is they probably should have cut half. We didn't decide, but we probably should count half points for generals and BSPs.
as far as
The bonus for killing a general.
as far as the full
Yeah,
100
we need
and
to
all of that.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Before we do anything with points,
That's a good point.
because 200 points is 25% of your army.
Yeah.
That's a little.
Yeah.
That's a little pricey. We need
Yeah,
to
I
figure that
actually
out.
didn't think we would even include those points, but
Right. So anyway, so he killed the goblins. Of course, overruns. This fight will never happen because the orc fight
correct.
will never happen because this happened on bottom of.
And I
turn
believe
6.
I shot at the
You
War
did.
Boys again. And,
You did.
and nothing happened.
And there they are,
Yes.
all 3 of them.
Yes.
And these guys did not shoot at them. I forgot. I don't know what these shot at.
Yeah, they shot him.
These brigands, they're facing this way.
Sorry, no, they're both. No, they're not.
These, they're definitely facing this way.
It's just how it is. It's just they're shooting back behind you.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they're shooting backwards. Anyway. I
They-
guess you
oh,
did
I'm
that.
sorry. No, you're right. The last turn I did turn them because I was.
Trying to panic.
It was desperation time. So I figured maybe I can if I panic both units and then at least we got that going for
Okay.
us. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So anyway.
But I didn't wound. Actually, once again, I turned around, I hit, I didn't wound anybody,
Well, they
And
had cover for the field.
I understand that, but I did hit him anyway.
Yes.
And then I hit you, and I think I actually got a wound or two.
You did get a wound or two through again, and the
and
armor
you made your armor
They
saves.
made,
So many
I'm
armor
going to say,
saves.
at least 12 armor saves.
At least.
And they're 3-ups, but
Yes. Well,
you should fail a third of those.
And they even made 4-up armar saves.
But
you
I'm
know.
just saying,
Yeah.
they made at least 12 armor
Yeah.
saves during this game without.
They don't like running through fields, but they have, they have no problem using their armor.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So that's how the game ended, as far as the positioning of units go.
Right.
We did not
Yes.
bother to add up points, even though we talked about it,
Yeah.
because this difference was so big, and
Right.
the points actually didn't look like they were going to go in your guys' favor anyway.
No, we had lost too many units.
So-
We were down on the point. We were supposed to do points. I think
We were going to.
We
do
were going
points,
to.
'cause
That's what we
talked
originally
about
said.
it. We were
Yeah.
going to, but based on the fact, I had lost the Nasher herd and I'd actually lost the Nasher herd, the Chariot, and the
Right.
Goblins, which is a little over, close to 400, half my army.
Right.
But
We had lost.
but
more
you
than
had
that.
lost well more than that.
I mean,
Except you, I don't think lost anything, did you?
I lost
Oh,
a
you
unit
lost
of
the-
knights, and then he lost his we lost a full
And you
800
lost
point
that's
force.
true.
He lost his general, and he lost his.
He lost his entire
aspirants.
force, didn't he?
Well,
No,
he kept his
knights are
knights,
there.
but I lost my knights, which compensated.
Correct.
So yeah.
Yeah. You lost 800.
Yeah, and I lost my yeomen and my
Yeah.
knights. So yeah.
And I think the only thing the Dread Elves lost were the 3 Dark Raiders. To
That's
the
correct.
Fence, and
That's
that wasn't
correct.
even to you, so we couldn't give the points to you for that. 'Cause
That's correct.
those were the fence points.
Yeah, my guys were shooting the Nerf arrows this game, but yeah.
They were,
That-
and the Boar Boys were the champions for sucking up the bow shots that couldn't hurt them.
Yeah, so it was humorous.
Yeah, and the Dark Raider, the Dread Knights were definitely the crap of this fight.
Yes.
With their stupidity, He only got 3 turns out of them.
Yeah. Well, it was actually kind of hindering us too, because until they were in a position to do
So
something,
they'd committed. Yeah,
we were kind of like, okay, we need to just try to hold this infantry back until. That's what I kept telling. But it's like, let's hold off and play delay until he gets them up there, and then we could smash them. But it didn't quite work out that way.
So anyway, it ended up with a good beating by the evil team. So we
Yes.
got our revenge this game.
Yes, you did.
So, but anyway, again, I think we mentioned it last game. It was a fantastic. I love these are fun games. The multiplayer games. I've always had a great time playing multiplayer games, and it brings in the camaraderie factor.
Yes.
You've got a partner with you. Everyone around the table is making fun of everybody, and whatever
Exactly.
happens.
And those are the kind of games I play. I'm not a tournament guy, so
So anyway,
any longer.
yep. So that's going to do it. But thanks for listening.
Till next time.
And hopefully I'll remember to go back and edit this. Anyway, that's my little note to myself.
Yeah.
All right.